People, it's Brass Brad. Gonna go over these 50-acre bust field finds for you here. Totally done in the fields out there, and 13 digs, and like I say, it was about 15 acres I did out there, and 5 acres probably the year before, so got 20 acres out there. Be heading into the bush soon. Got other obligations right now, starting back to work and family and track and field and stuff, so haven't been out digging as much as I'd like. But before we start going over these finds, I'd like to go over a little bit of stuff I collected. Well, one of them was last fall, but collected a few other things up some of my journeys there. They were work related stuff, found them on the job sort of thing, which is, I got a new boat. It's up on my last year's wall collection here, shelf of goodies. Had that one last year, Vapor Rudos. And then I was doing a window and door job, and I liked a boat in the guy's basement. They're all dusty and dirty, so I said how much I liked it, so he gave it to me. So I did a good job for him, and he paid me back by giving me the boat. And its name is the Fragata Espanola, year 1780. I guess that means frigate or something. Got the gun ports on the side there. About twice the size of the other boat there. Gonna have to find a good spot for them. Kind of burying my glass. Maybe I'll leave them up there and move the glass and the rocks or something, I don't know. Or get rid of the glass at least, and because I have some more glass to show you here from this year. Just want to let you in on that new boat. And there's all the junk. We got a milk crate of junk out of the fields out there. A lot of it's parts, cans and old car parts and tractor parts and stuff. Cast parts down in there, wire and nails and stuff that nobody'd want to keep. And then we got over here, got the 3 bottles got at a job there down under the foundation. Little jar thing there. It's got a bunch of swirlies in it, but I think that's just stained. Tried cleaning them best I could, but I think that's stained right in there. I don't think it's part of a pattern or nothing. Not much wrote on any of these except the big one here. There's measurements on that. Got a 5V111 on it there. And some measurements. Cork top. Broken wine bottle or something. It's green. Got a concave bottom on it. A little bit of a concave to it there. They all have seams in them. Not that old. Lots of bubbles in that one though. And this one's kind of neat. Big split out of it there. Must have had quite a cap on it at one time. Quite the threads. Must have been really different capping on it compared to nowadays. Got a big break in it there, but I do see a little bit of writing there. Looks like Wallace or something, and then Jan or Jam something or other, and then the rest of it's missing. Got a 2 on the bottom, seams on the sides, air bubbles, no idea. And this old Player's Navy cut cigarette pack. Now I know that the place that came out of was built in 1959, right after the Lanark fire. So that must be around that era. Surprising it lasted as long as it did. It was kind of buried in the soffit. and fascia on the place, so it was kept dry enough, I guess. I think the mice might have been chewing at it at one time. And then we'll get on with the fines here, field fines. We'll look at the old cast stuff. Well, there's a license plate, 77 with the crown. This here stuff too, a lot of this here may get thrown out yet, because I've got quite a collection here already, and it's only middle of May. So I got about half as much here as I did all last year. So starting to add up. I may get rid of a bunch of old cast parts yet and just keep some nicer stuff, but this is what I'm keeping so far. And that all these springs, found them all in one day. One day I dug the in the snow. 3 springs in the snow dig day. Old cast plate there. That might have been like a footstep or something off an old backhoe or something. It looks like it kind of flipped in there and laid down and like laid into place or something. Doesn't look like it bolted in or nothing. It kind of just flipped in and laid in wherever. A little bit of old bracketry and broken disc or something. A couple of cast parts there. Got this old sycamore tooth thing, and it was that's the 5th one. I got 4 last year. Or no, sorry, 3 last year right there. Same deal here. Red for New Holland, I think. And little selection of chain. This one here, Buddy give me with the working swivel on the end. And it's broke though, missing a hook or something, or a ring. But they're supposed to swivel. And when I found this smaller one in the field, I thought maybe it was just a fancy type of old-fashioned fancy end on them or something. But he gave me this chain to prove that it's supposed to swivel, and it's broke, and it should have a hook or something on it there, or a ring. Big old chain link there. Broken pin, half a gear. Couple of broken plow points, another piece of scrap bar. Got the 2.5 horseshoes. And there's the ones from last year over in here. And then of course square nails. And a couple of pitchfork prongs, I think. 4 of them, whatever they are, bracketry off some farming equipment. And got that cell phone there one day. Roller wheel, another little roller wheel thing there. These are the back side of the broken sycamore teeth. They broke off the back side. There's one right there with forged on it on this one. That's what that one is right there. Pins, a couple of pins, big old rivet, some kind of a plate there. Got that's some kind of a shim or wedge or something. Not sure what that would be off of. Top of a fence or really old sycamore or something, I don't know. And there's the sycamore cutting blades right there. This big old one here looks like might be off a really old one as compared to this one. And these jobbies here, I'm pretty sure they're off the end of whipple trees. They're not, I don't think they're off cant hooks or anything like that. I think they're off the end of the whipple trees that the horses used to pull. And some little pieces and parts, chain links and rivets. there's what there's a link for some kind of a chain driven thing, and then I found two more of the little pins for them, little lock lever or something for block and tackle or ratcheting type thing. And got the 3 hooks, one kind of round meant for a rope and the other 2 for a strap, and some broken cast part, kind of fancy there. 3 buckle type things. This one must be made out of brass or something, never got too rusty. And had to start a little beer bottle collection, or cap collection, sorry. Seeing we're out there where they used to park and camp and tent and stuff, lots of beer caps around, along with some motorcycle bling, I think. Somebody must have put it on its side. And a couple of spoons and a knife. I still think this here really light aluminum or something. I think that's a hood emblem or something off an old British car or something. And getting into my nicer stuff here now. Well, there's a shiny rock affair there. Is it ever? It's really light, and it's almost like a piece of brick or something, reddish. It's ever got a lot of glistening going on there, silver glistening in it. I've seen that stuff glistening through the dirt in it, and I don't know what it's made out of. This is pretty cool. It's almost like soapstone or something. And we got 3 arrows out there, 1 full target arrow there, 2 broken hunting point, razor blade type, and there's a jackknife I found, just the one, an old iron fork, and over on the shelf here there's my jackknives from last year. So I'm getting a start on it. Thought I'd find more, but I quit digging iron signals a lot, so you know, could be missing a lot of jackknives and stuff. And getting into that lead. There's the piece of lead I found this year out in the field. There's 2 of them are lead from last year. I think that's pewter in the middle, really light. The other 2 are lead, I'm sure. And the bullets. There's a couple of different calibers there, a little .22, and then I think there's maybe 2 or 3 different calibers of the rifle casings. A couple of shotgun heads. I cut them off and I'm going to display them like that. And the 2001 penny was the only money I found out there. I couldn't believe it. 15 acres of that, and couldn't find anything but a 2001 penny. And then into the nicer stuff here now. Old key along with a lock. Found them near each other too. I think somebody had broke that trying to get it open at one time. And the key does not fit. Too big. Neat that I found them both in, near each other. Same day too. That key was, I found the lock, and then the key was my last find of the day. Just like this this buckle cover here for horse tack. And it's got, you might not be able to read it on the back. I think it's patented in 1879. It's got a patent date stamped in there if it would pick it up. It does have some writing in there. But it cleaned up really nice. That was green. And then when I cleaned it up, it turned kind of brown. And I put some mineral oil on it, and it turned nice and brown. Just like the Croto Bell. Found them both in the same day. Same part of the field, and it cleaned up really good. Can't believe I didn't wreck it that day too. Either one of them things. It was frozen, hard as a rock, digging them out of there, and it's a wonder I just didn't destroy them. But that's neat. And this old thing here, found, I don't know, dig 12 or 13, one of the last digs in the field out there. It's got some fancy on it. I thought it was going to turn out as it was green, and I cleaned it up and it turned kind of brown, and I thought it was going to come out like the crotobell and the buckle cover there, but didn't quite have it in it. But I did do a rub on the pattern. I took the pencil and the paper and I did a rub on it there, and that's what the patterns looks like. So there's a little banner thing down in here. I was kind of hoping to get some lettering off it, but I don't think there's any on it. It kind of looks like it, but it'd be neat if you could get some lettering off it or something. And I guess that must be pretty near it. Little buckle there with a nipple on it. I have no idea how old they'd be, things like that. But you know, up in this top corner right here, they're my favorite finds for sure, from the fields at 50 Acres or Bust. And I'll be glad to get back out and do a little bit of detecting. Be mostly bush hunts out there now, and I've got a couple other spots to go to, a pinery and a sawmill and stuff like that. I just want to get away from the fields for a while. Been busy, just gotta get some jobs done and get a weekend for myself here, and get back out and do some more digging. And I'm glad that I could share this with you, and hope you all have a good hunt, and stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks a lot. Bye.